Yeah, it's genuine dirt. Now, this is a lot bigger than what's going through your engine because your filter it's going to filter it down to a 40 micron. But I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to go ahead and dump it in here. Now, you see all of this? Yeah. That's 40 micron. All of this real fine stuff, that's what goes through your engine every single day. Now, I know what you already see because I've torn thousands, tens of thousands. I've torn a lot of engines down. Diesel engines and companies. When I take them down, I get, a pan this long, a 15 milliliter, a 60 series Detroit. I got an inch and a quarter of sludge with 1 million miles on that engine. It finally had to be rebuilt. So I take my putty knife, I scoop it up, I put it in a bottle that looks just like this, and I send it off. When I send it off, I get an oil analysis done, guess what comes back? 71 to 72% silicon. You know what silicon is? Light word for dirt. And you see this? Now, if you get smaller, if you filter down smaller than that, your engine can't breathe. A 60 series Detroit has to have 3,300 CFM, cubic feet per minute, to help that thing breathe. It's a fire-breathing monster. And you've got a huge injector port to be able to take and ram all of that air into that engine. And see, the dust and the dirt that comes off that road, nobody polishes the road for my vehicle when I go down the freeway. And so all of this over a gasoline engine, 200,000 or 300,000 miles, a diesel engine about 1 million miles, you've got an inch to inch and a quarter of that. Now, this is pretty nasty, okay? So we've got a horrible conclusion here of water and dirt, which we call mud. Okay? So this, you're going to hear it squeak in a second. Okay. I got 200,000 pounds. You see that red gauge? The torque wrench? Look at that amp gauge. Now, you have massive failure inside that engine of contamination, and you can't stop it.
Because that water, that engine treatment impregnates itself to the metal. Because they actually drop the oil pan where they run the race car with no...
If you want to see how ugly, now, the belt strength of this oil will protect running in this environment. Now, you would never, ever, ever do this to an engine. But all I'm telling you, you get into the worst case scenario of what an engine is trying to go upside down at the wrong time. You can now sidestep a lot of that devastating result, and then having that thing parked in the wrong set of circumstances, the wrong timing. The only time, like a thief that breaks into your night, in the middle of the night, he's just looking for an opportunity. He rattles the door, checks the window. If the window's open, nobody's home, that's an opportunity. If a truck is going down the road and it's moving and there was no opportunity there, that's what you don't. You just don't want to provide the opportunity. Same thing with same story I have for the police, for the fire department. You have no critical downtime. You can't. You're on the way to a fire.